everybody. Welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to the 2025 TCA Eastern Division York Fall Meet here with Stu Rankin's METCA booth. So it's been a while since you've been on one of my videos.
I know, Sean, it's been like April York was the last time. 6 months. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's good to see you on other broadcasts as well. Seen you on Ben's Trains and Three Rails for Dads.
Yep. I'm very fortunate. I mean, the fact that the social media community across so many platforms, Instagram, YouTube, so welcoming with open arms. I am very fortunate and lucky to have a friendship community like that.
And that's so cool.
And the Dakman Productions and the Dakman viewers are all part of that. So thank you to you and the viewers.
You're very welcome. And the viewers love watching your METCA videos, and especially the stuff that you bring to us is all unique, one-time custom runs that will never be made again, and they're all very cool in their own. And there's something for everybody here, I would say.
Thank you. It's very nice of you to say, and that's what we do try to do. I don't want to say something for everybody, but pretty dang close, because we do both prototypical stuff and fantasy stuff. We do traditional size, we do scale, we do Lionel, MTH, Atlas. And there's probably a few other manufacturers I'm forgetting. But not everything we do is for everybody, but everybody can probably find a little something, one or two products of ours that they like.
Yep. All right, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah, well, so as we said, the last time we really talked product was April of 2025. So let's take a quick walk, and because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. New product that has come in since we talked last 6 months ago. So let's start off with some of the things here we've done, some of the items that we had excess of that we kind of converted here. We have a bunch of color shift box cars. Now, if you remember, Lionel did last year they did one of their 284 Berkshires in a bluish paint like this one.
Oh.
And depending on how the light hits it,
yes,
it has different looks to it. So they called it plasma something or another.
Right.
We use a color shift paint, but depending on how the light hits it, it looks different. And these are just standard Lionel boxcars that we've overpainted. No graphics on these. You can keep them natural. You can put graphics on them yourself. We're just giving you the base car with the color shift paint to do what folks want.
Okay.
8,000 gallon tank cars. These are scale tank cars. They're scale, but because they're only 8,000 gallons in size, they're on the small size, so they fit well with both a scale size layout as well as a traditional size layout. Again, these are just painted in different colors, everything from gray to an olive drab green to a safety yellow kind of color, and blue and silver and burgundy. Again, no graphics on these. Put whatever graphics you want on it. Go on the internet, print something out. Maybe you want your own railroad name. Print something on your home computer. This is the fantastic base for you to put your own graphics on. And we also have these in a color shift.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow.
In a color shift. I mean, it's almost like glitter.
That's pretty awesome right there.
And it looks really good, especially outside in the sunlight.
Yeah.
These things look fantastic. And it's a little bit dark in here right now because the show hasn't started yet. Right. But when they turn all of the show lights on, these color shift ones really pop.
I like that one the best.
The black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks really, really
It's got a cool look to it. We also do have it in the green and the blue color shifts. And again, it's all about how the light hits them.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on to engines, again, in the color shift, we also had some traditional size maxi stack cars, and we have these in a variety of different colors. We have black flat cars like that tank car you just saw, black well cars, and the containers in different colors. We really just mix and match these maxi stacks.
Okay.
So that's all just like repaints. Those are repaints. Standard Lionel product, not painted by Lionel this way. We took some of the cars, as I said, that we had extras of. We repainted them. That's what you saw. Now let's get into full Lionel production that we've received in the past 6 months. So we announced these previously. Legacy GP35s.
Wow.
We did a we did a Christmas version. We didn't try to copy that little A5040 steamer we did previously, but there were certain graphic elements that folks really liked. For example, the snow on the roof with the snow peaks going down onto the side.
Yes.
We have Santa here, like Santa's Claus is coming to town. He's flying over the village, delivering the presents on Christmas Eve. And we have, you know, the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year lingo language on there. Little bit of printing down there on the fuel tank. You don't see that all that often.
I do like that too. That's nice.
And these have, so as I said, Legacy. So all the full Legacy sound, all the 5 bells and whistles. I have not heard this one yet. So I want some of your viewers to comment if any of your viewers already have it, because we've shipped these out to those folks that have pre-ordered. I know it's going to have Christmas sounds, but one of the horns was supposed to be that French horn that I think they put on the Fezziwig Camelback from a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
So if any of you viewers have our Christmas Legacy GP35, go through the horns and tell me if one of the horns is that French horn from the Fezziwig Camelback. Otherwise, it does have all the other holiday sounds. Again, it's been requested. I'm sure it's in there, but I haven't had one of these on the track yet. But what I have heard the sounds on is our Halloween GP35.
All right.
And again, this one is more of a headless horseman. This is not a happy Halloween. As you can see there, haunted Halloween. We were going more for the evil feel on this one. And if you look at the fuel tank, we got lettering down there. And this one's fueled by blood, not diesel fuel down in that tank. It's blood. And of course, we're environmentally conscious. So you have your recycle symbol with blood dripping off of it. I do get questions a lot. Is this glow-in-the-dark graphics?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. To date, so far, Lionel is still reserving that feature for their own core line products. After a while, it will get released to us. I want to touch on, it's not glow-in-the-dark graphics. This is more fluorescent. There's a difference. Glow-in-the-dark is when you turn the light on, charge it up, and when you turn the lights off, it still glows.
Yes.
That's glow in the dark. Fluorescent, which is what this is, if you have a black light, so you turn all the lights out in your room, have that black light on it. These trucks glow like they're neon. The roof glows, but it only glows under the black light. As soon as you turn that black light off, the colors in your room goes
so even
dark.
the orange on there is fluorescent.
The orange is fluorescent. The green trucks really pop. Around the windows really pop. I mean, people hear black light. Black light, you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get one of those aluminum funnel-like shop lights for like $6 or $7 or $8. A black light bulb is like $8. So for $15, you're in it with black light. Something like this really pops under black light. The other blood theme we did with this, and we mentioned when we looked at the artwork and talked about it when we first announced it, the cab windows, the windshield, the side windows, the marker lights, the headlights, the number boards, it's red translucent plastic. And I remember telling you when we did this, like the brake lights in your car.
Yes.
Red plastic, but not solid red. Clear, transparent red.
Right.
So when you have the cab lights on or the headlights on, it's because of all the blood inside, Sean. The blood has filled up the cab, so the windows and headlights glow blood red.
Oh, wow.
Let's keep on going because we got more, and
Okay.
I want this video to stay under an hour. Sean thinks I'm kidding. I'm not, folks. FM Trainmasters. Again, Sean, literally, this is one that came in the Friday. We left New York on a Monday to come here. These arrived on Friday. So Legacy FM Trainmasters, these are scale Trainmasters, not post-war Trainmasters.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you mentioned that.
the post-war size Trainmaster was kind of scale. It was pretty close to scale, just
Right.
not scale detailed. A
Right.
lot of the detail was molded in. So this is your modern scale detailed, scale size Trainmaster. So the railings are very thin. Tons of see-through
Oh, look at that.
gratings.
I can just about, I don't know if it comes up on camera, I can just make out the fans in the grills there.
In person, you can see the fans clear as day. If you
Yeah.
get the right angle, this mesh almost looks like it's not even there.
Yeah.
Lionel, as they've done across their whole product line, is moving their switches to the top here for Bluetooth, smoke on, off.
Right.
All of that. You pop this little hatch off right here,
Okay.
and all your switches
Now,
are there.
I don't know if the camera's picking up, folks, but this is a metallic silver. That's not a flat silver.
Correct. And that's one of the things it has worked really well on a couple of our engines. The red tail, it's what Lionel calls their special silver. Literally, that's how it shows up on the artwork. I don't know the formulation behind it. That's Lionel's proprietary information. But when I say I want special silver, this is the finish you get. It's almost like that black tank car we just looked at a minute ago. Almost like a glittery metallic.
Yes.
That's what this special silver
And
is.
that's hard to pick up on camera.
Yeah, we've talked
We
about
talked
that
about that.
a lot.
Yeah.
So we could have done the standard silver on a Santa Fe FM Trainmaster, and it would have looked great. We did 2 FM Trainmasters. I thought I was gonna like the other one better, but when I unwrapped this one for the first time and saw this special silver, this one immediately became my favorite. This red is the most gorgeous, deep, dark
Yeah.
red.
And Lionel nailed this, folks. I know you guys were worried about colors from Lionel, but they really nailed this red. This is, I mean, take a look at this on the camera.
And even the yellow. The yellow's not
yellow,
a lemony
yep.
washed out. It's a deep, rich
I mean,
yellow.
they did a good job on this. So don't be afraid to buy this one if you're concerned about colors.
Don't back away. While you're still in close, I want to
Okay.
show you these vents back here.
Okay.
These vents actually
Oh,
move.
get it out of here.
And look how the light, that special silver we put on there,
Yeah.
look how the light catches that at different angles. And the neat thing is when this is going down the track, Arts Model Trains did a video on this one, released it earlier this week. This engine, these kind of jiggle a little bit as they go down the back, as they go down the track, so it looks like they're opening and closing. It's very subtle, but that's a detail that's on your Legacy FM Trainmasters, not on the post-war.
That is so cool.
That's molded in on the post-war. Thought you guys would like that detail.
Man, I'm glad you pointed that out.
We did, as I said, we did do a second FM Trainmaster. This one very much post-war inspired. So Lionel did your 2341. That's the post-war number. We reused that same number on our scale FM Trainmaster. So all the same details we mentioned on the Santa Fe, louvers that move and all the fine detailing.
You can actually see the fans a lot easier on this one.
Because the fans inside are a different color than the roof. It
Yeah.
doesn't all blend together.
Yes.
So if you're looking for something that looks like a post-war FM Trainmaster, but you want the scale details and your legacy controls and 5 bells and whistles
That's perfect.
or horns,
Yeah.
this is the one for you.
Oh, just one other thing before you put that away.
Yeah.
Did you know that the FM Trainmaster, the Fairbanks Boilers, actually used a submarine diesel engine in their locomotive?
That was really where they got started. Locomotives was not their first business line. Diesel engines, the guts inside for submarines.
Yes.
And they're like, well, if we can get this diesel engine to work in a submarine, let's just throw some wheels on it and we can have a railroad locomotive. Yes, that's how the FM Trainmaster got started. Before I do put this down, again, it's a little bit more nod to the post-war. All the FM Trainmasters that Lionel just came out with, which were in 2025 Volume 1, none of them had the FM Trainmaster logo, except this one. And yes, on the real railroads, that the locomotives never had that FM logo on there. All the post-war ones did. So since this was post-war inspired, that's why we have the FM logo on this one we do not have the FM logo on the Santa Fe. So one of those little details that we think about when we try to come up with these schemes. And we're not perfect. I'll give you that when we come up with these color schemes. But we try. I got to put my pen down because this next one is a beast. A Lionel Scale Legacy Vision Line. Black box, folks. Vision Line. GG1.
See how I almost messed up some Legacy?
Didn't I just say a minute ago, not perfect? Proof, not perfect.
I wanted to point that out.
So, I'm not going to give you the whole rundown on features on this because Sean already has a video about, you did the Conrail...
The Bicentennial.
The Bicentennial version.
Yeah.
All the features are the same, the sparking pantographs. You wanna learn about the features of this? Go watch Sean's other video. The paint scheme on this one, we took, and the road number, real GG1s went up to 4938. That was the last GG1 road number.
Correct.
Well, again, rumor has it that when Pennsylvania Railroad was looking for a locomotive to pull their General and Trailblazer trains, they were like, do we do an S2 or S1? I forget. Like a 6446? Anyhow. Or do we do a GG1? So this color scheme is the same paint scheme that's on the tender of the General and the Trailblazer locomotive.
Oh.
So whether they put it on a GG1 or whether they put it on a steam locomotive to pull the Trailblazer and the General, that was up in the air. Ultimately, they went with the General, and so this never existed in real life. But had they painted a GG1 to pull the Trailblazer and the General, this is the scheme it would have worn.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to show the roof.
Oh, you want to see the roof?
Yeah, because I want them to see the different color.
Every video and photo I see, this roof looks bright red.
Right.
In reality,
it's not.
It's not. Okay, it's not a brown. I'll give you that.
No, it's not.
I'm not. Maybe Tuscan is a loose interpretation, but it's kind of a dark red. Not as dark as that Santa Fe war bonnet we were looking at.
Right.
But I get a lot of questions from folks. Why is the roof a different color? And it could. The two most common reasons. One, people say, oh, sun, reflect the sunlight so it doesn't heat up. But you're a railroad, and every gallon of paint costs money. You prime the locomotive, primer red, and then you come with your Brunswick green, expensive lacquer, enamel paint, whatever it is. You're spraying the locomotive, you're spraying. Are you going to spray the roof where nobody ever sees? No. You're going to save 18 gallons of paint by not painting the roof. Pennsylvania Railroad was a smart railroad, so you don't paint the roof when nobody sees the roof. It's kind of like boxcars. If you ever look at a real modern boxcar, they paint the sides, and when they get to the roof, there's a little overspray along the edge, and Atlas has done it on some of their cars. Because they don't paint the roof, nobody sees the roof. Look at Sean's other videos for all the features. Wicked cool. Vision Line GG1. This is the first Vision Line locomotive that METCA has offered.
Oh, really?
Also, I think it's the only, of all the GG1s that were issued by Lionel earlier this year, I think it's the only one that has the road number on the nose there. Again, it's how Pennsylvania would have done it if they did this one. All the GG1s have the keystone there, but the road number's a neat little addition. And I don't know if you could see how all these stripes come together at the corner there.
Yes.
The line work is immaculate.
Oh yeah.
Wicked cool. Silver lines, gold lettering, dark green. I know people before ordering this, they were concerned, what's the green gonna come out like? Is the green gonna be good? Everybody I have talked to on this one loves the green because it's a really dark green.
Sure is.
The color code on this one to spec out the paint isn't even green. We spec the shade of black. That's what this green is. It's actually like Pantone Black 5C or something like that.
Okay.
Last locomotive, new one that we have to talk about is our ES44. No, folks, not an ET44, an ES44. We have done super with this Air Force One inspired paint scheme. This is not that special silver. This is the standard silver. But like these ES44s have been reviewed to death, so we won't talk about it. But Lionel previously did a 45
Yes.
SD70 years ago when Trump became president back then. Well, with the second round, we wanted to do a 45-47 version. So it works well. It pairs great. If you have the 45-45, this looks great with it. If you missed out on the 45-45, this is the one you want to get. This is the substitute for you. So beautiful Air Force One colors. METCA has previously done Air Force One locomotives and tank cars and cabooses. All the colors on these match identical.
And if you guys stay tuned, I'm not asking Stu for prices, so what I'm going to do after we get done interviewing him, I'm going to go through the booth and you guys will see all the prices after he explains everything to you.
Yep, Sean can do that B-roll later on, and the price you see, if you're not with us here at York and you order online, includes shipping, so the price you see is the price you pay. There's no markups for tariffs, there's no markups for shipping, there's no markups for sales tax. The price you see is the price you pay. I'm usually a pretty upbeat guy, Sean. Would you say that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I'm sad.
Sad boy.
Well, we did an America 250 S2 turbine, the 6886 turbine. They came in a couple weeks ago. I think we had 4 left. I was all happy. I'm like, yes, this is gonna look amazing at York, and Sean's gonna do the video, and we've sold them all. So I don't have any here to show you guys. So I'm sad that I had all these grand plans to show you that America 250 locomotive. The first America 250 item to be announced, the first America 250 item to be delivered, and I don't have it here to share with you.
Well, the good news out of that, because I always like to look at the good side, is, you know, they all sold.
So from a business perspective, that's the best position to be in. You've sold through. Again, you've mentioned this a few times. One last time, everybody that pre-ordered that locomotive from us, everybody got it at the pre-order price, which was lower than the price after they came in. If you pre-order from METCA, you always get the item. Not all of our items, as Sean said, ever make it to the show. So I do like when they make it to the show because it provides for some interaction.
Right.
It gets people to the table to look at them. Whether they buy or not is irrelevant. We just love chatting. But from a business perspective, when you can sell out within 2 weeks after the item gets delivered, yes, that's something to be happy about.
That's why I let you show my Berwick's during the Allentown meet, because you didn't have any to show.
No.
Otherwise.
Had to be yours. Which, yes, folks, he did eventually pay for them. So we're just going to walk on down. These are all items that we've had for, I think previously. That's our last Long Island ES44, if anybody's interested. That display model's the last one. We're gonna MTH locomotives. This is another one that we did, the MTH RailKing ES44. We did this in 2 versions, black with white graphics and the silver with the black graphics. The black version completely sold out.
Oh, wow.
And then this is our one and only silver version that we have left.
So that'll probably be gone by the end of the show.
Probably. Again, folks, you can go online and order it if it takes your, well, it's always tricky during York because we're selling here, we have items in our stores. Some of these items we even have on eBay, so we're selling through multiple channels. But yeah, if this is still around at the end of the show, you can then go on our website and order that.
Yeah, I don't see that lasting.
It's our only one, probably not, and especially when you see what I have to excuse me, to show you next. Let's get into some of our other recent arrivals from MTH, and again, when I say recent, probably within the past month or so. So RailKing boxcars, decorated for your favorite jeans. We did these in 2 color schemes. The dark blue represents your jeans when you first buy them. nice dark denim color. But what happens after you wash your jeans a couple times? They fade and they turn into a lighter blue denim. So we have 2 different road numbers, and we have the dark blue original denim color and the light blue faded denim color.
Yeah, they look, and you know, I do wear Levi Strauss and Company jeans, and these look great, but I don't wear blue denim. I wear black.
I got a can of spray paint to take care of that, Sean. Just like we did up there. I'll paint you a black boxcar, then you go online and find an image and print it out, and you'll be all set. To match our ES44, our Jack Daniels ES44 that you saw a minute ago, we have matching tank cars. Again, silver with black graphics in one road number, black with white graphics in a second road number.
Wow, they look good. I would say they equally look just as good as the other. I would highly recommend buying this as a set. That's for sure.
Most people do. Most people buy the pair. And again, Sean will give you the images of the pricing structure later. You can buy either one individually, but if you do buy the 2-car pair, you do end up saving money.
Yeah, you guys will see that on pricing because the pricings are all out for either each or a pair. Oh, yeah.
And again, you know, we all love, whether you like the Peter Sellers movies, the Pink Panther movies, whatever. If you like cartoons and whatnot, we have our Owens Corning on there, you know, and they are known for their innovation in products. That's why we have a history of innovation under the Owens Corning logo.
I like this one the best.
The pink roof version?
Yeah.
As you've seen a lot. Yes, we usually offer 2 road numbers when we can, but
like
instead of identical cars,
you do a different color.
we like to mix it up.
And that's smart because everybody's going to have their different take and their different likes. Like just because I like the pink one, somebody might like the black version better.
Right. And as we see going down the rails, not that you'd ever see anything like either of these going down the rails, even in a unit train, unless it's a week after it came out of the factory, over time the cars take on different looks and different colors, and some are repainted when they're reshopped and repaired and yada yada.
Yeah.
A unit train isn't always all of the same color.
But I think only our generation would know the original Pink Panther cartoon.
Yes. Yes. So we wanted to get that feel. So for our generation, you like Pink Panther.
I used to laugh my butt off about them Pink Panther cartoons when I was a kid. Back in the 70s.
I don't know that I've seen the Pink Panther on anything in O-gauge trains yet.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, the cartoon, I used to laugh at.
Yeah.
It was a pretty funny cartoon.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Well, and as you know, we like to have fun with our trains.
Yes, yes.
Let's work our way back, see what else we have.
Okay.
New. This is all just rolling stock we've had in already. Our last Entenmann's caboose. No, not new. We've seen this before.
Okay.
It's not on our website anymore because this is the last one we have left here at the show. It's handled. We don't like to sell our display models online. When you buy online, you get factory sealed stuff that has never seen the light of day. So that's why this isn't on our website, because we've had it at shows. It has fingerprints on it and whatnot. So it's not factory fresh. Last one, we sell that at the show. Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard this before, and we've talked about the purple color 9 million times, so we won't talk about that again. Steel side reefers? Did we talk about steel side reefers previously?
I don't remember.
No, we did, because these were at April York.
Okay.
Okay, so I won't talk about them. Came in over this summer, our Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western PS5.
Just tilt it a little bit that way. There you go, right there. That's perfect.
PS5 gondola. Lino, scale, PS5 gondola. Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western actually has a gondola car like this that they use. But when I say like this, put that in air quotes. It doesn't exactly have this paint scheme. And their version, this middle section here, they've cut the side out of the car and put some stairs there. And in their gondola, they have some picnic tables, high top picnic tables. So when you take the train ride, people stand in these gondolas right at the high top bar tables and are having their drinks or something to eat. It's all open air like this, no roof, as you're going down the tracks. So that was kind of what inspired us to do a gondola with this paint scheme on it.
That's pretty cool.
Drop ends also. Lionel's PS5 gondola has those drop ends.
Yeah, and I showed that on video as well.
Standard feature.
Yep, standard feature.
Milk reefers you've already seen. Hopper you already saw. I'm going to step away just because I'm going to do it in the order in which it's laid out on the table easier. I'm going to step away from Aberdeen and I'm going to come back to it. But we just recently got in our Denver and Rio Grande Union Pacific Heritage bay window caboose. So Lionel scale bay window
that
caboose.
Looks absolutely amazing.
We even have the stripes wrap around the end.
Yeah.
And the Union Pacific Shield logo on there.
Didn't Lionel do a Union Pacific Heritage steam locomotive in that paint scheme?
They did it as a custom run.
That's what I thought.
For the train loft. I think it was a big boy. I think he did a Union Pacific Heritage. I think it was a big boy locomotive. Yeah, and then there's been a lot of the rolling stock, and then this would be a nice caboose at the end of that. There's been a lot of cabooses with this paint scheme on it. Never a bay window, an extended vision, 9 million different alphabet soup of variations of cabooses. So we just wanted to do bay window caboose. Nice, again, even though it's scale size, if big giant scale trains aren't your thing, this is a small caboose. This would look right at home on a layout for anybody that has traditional size trains, because it's not a massive giant item, even though it's scale size, scale detail. And again, in typical fashion, the black here, so my belly is the end of the train, okay? The black is towards the end. On this side of the caboose, the black is on the right. But on this side of the caboose, the black is on the left, because the black is always towards the end of the train. So it doesn't matter if I'm coming, black on the left, or going, black on the right. The black is always towards
the back.
Towards me. So the graphics basically on one side. It's not like they stamped the graphics, flipped the car and stamped the graphics. Two completely different setups for the graphics here, and then everything gets mirrored in their production fixtures when they go to do it. A little bit more costly to do it that way. You don't have that economies of scale, but we wanted the yellow to wrap around that end, and we wanted the gray to wrap around that end.
And that looks absolutely amazing.
Colors look good. I know grays, yellows can be iffy at times, but those colors look good. PS1 boxcars, I think, is going to wrap it up for our new releases. Okay. Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western. We actually did it in two different colors. They're passenger colors, the raspberry purple and the daisy yellow that we're really known for. We also did it in their freight colors. Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western actually has locomotives painted in two different color schemes, passenger scheme and freight scheme. Lionel came out with an SD40 Aberdeen, Carolina in the cream and green, and these colors on this one match the Lionel locomotive, the Lionel AC&W SD40.
Very nice.
We have some more PS1s. So remember we did a Berkshire, an orange C&O Berkshire for the chassis. Well, we decided to do a boxcar.
Your B team was showing it off during the Edison show.
Good old Kevin. You're never going to refer to him as anything other than the B team.
Yeah.
That special silver.
Yeah, the camera's not picking it up, but this has got a very high impact. I call it silver metallic. It's really sharp.
It almost looks like it's nickel plated, because it almost looks like it has a touchy yellow in it.
Right.
I mean, you would know it's yellow if you put it up against something that's a standard silver. Here, we'll do this, Sean, for folks. So you have standard silver on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And you have your metallic special silver on the top.
Yeah, I can see it now.
And this has more of a nickel look to it.
Yeah.
So we did a boxcar to match that, the chassis, and it has the same simulated fluting, subtle lines up top, blue graphics. Pretty straightforward. If you like PS1 boxcars, this is one for you. Oh, here's something I never realized.
What's that?
I think I'm wrong.
Okay.
I think it might have been this way for a while. When Weaver was doing PS1 boxcars, and when other manufacturers first coming out with PS1 boxcars, the weak link in a PS1 boxcar are these steps at the corners. They are so thin and so fragile. They break so frequently. It wasn't until I opened up some PS1s that we're going to look for in a moment. On these Lionel PS1 boxcars, I think these steps are die-cast metal.
Oh.
All I know is I'm wiggling on this pretty hard, and that's not bending. I mean, I'm
Holy crap.
doing this up and down. If you do this with a car that has plastic steps,
Oh yeah, it's gone.
you're going to end up with a little step in your hand, and the car is going to be on the ground. But these steps, again, if they're not, I don't know what they make them out of. I think they make them out of
Hold still for a minute. I want to show people that you're really literally holding it on. That is amazing.
just by that step.
I'm impressed.
So, you know, a lot of different manufacturers make PS1 boxcars at all sorts of different price points, but I don't know how many of them I would trust to hold.
Well, I definitely
by that step.
would never in a bazillion years hold an Atlas O that way.
I'm not even gonna comment. Our last, again, I love Atlas O.
So do I.
I love Ross, their product manager.
they are.
He's a great guy. So everything's good. But
It's just that some of the details can be fragile.
sometimes you even open a box and the details stay in the box. Not with these Lionel PS1 boxcars. Those steps always hang onto the car.
I gotta give Lionel 2 thumbs up then, because I'll recognize manufacturers for doing good as well.
Call them out when they mess up.
Yep.
And give them praise when they do right.
Yes.
Let's just be fair.
Yep.
and
that's what I do.
So we've done a couple of P51 Mustang SD70s. The first one we did was in this mostly green gunfighter paint scheme.
Man, that looks good.
If you remember, this was the first time ever I used that special silver, and I only had a little bit of it on the locomotive because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not.
Right.
Then when that came in, I said, whoa, fantastic. The second SD70 we did was the red tail. And that was where the majority of the locomotive was the special silver.
Yeah.
And that one, once it came out and people saw it, that was one that created quite a bit of buzz. We've wrapped the details up around the roof. Again, we tried to somewhat mimic the locomotive. It's not as easy as you might think to take a locomotive paint scheme and put it on a boxcar sometimes.
This would be an awesome set.
Well, we actually do sell them as a 2-car combo, and Sean will get that in a little while. You can buy either one of these together or both of them. And whether or not you have the locomotives, they just look cool as a standalone military-inspired
absolutely.
car.
I mean, if you got a military train, they would be perfect in that.
They would be.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
would be. So those are the, I don't remember where they were. Andy, do you have a packet of paperwork? I have it right here. So that's what we have in stock.
Okay.
And let's show you some of the recent announcements.
Okay.
I guess this would, no, I guess we've, no, some of these came in over the summer. So, July announcements? Lionel did some July announcements.
Correct.
So, SD38 in July.
All right.
We're doing Aberdeen, Carolina. Our first Aberdeen, Carolina locomotive sold out so fast. It was, nobody knew we were going to be coming up with this series of freight cars. So we've been hearing time and time again, I need a locomotive, I need a locomotive. Our first one's so hard to find on the secondary market. So we're doing an SD38, but again, because we have so many freight cars, we're doing a locomotive with 6-wheel trucks instead of our prior GP9.
So, what is your plan on how many you're making of that?
These, I think we put in our quantities are already in. I'm pretty sure we're doing 40 of these. So we did 50 of, I think, rewind videos to a couple of years ago. I gave Sean the quantities on the GP9s then.
So
I think we did 50.
So if you guys are serious about this locomotive, you better pre-order that.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you're going to miss out again, and you're going to be begging Stu to come out with another one, and he's not going to want to do it because he already made 2 of them.
Correct. Because quite honestly, I think we're getting close to the end of the Aberdeen, Carolina train, if you will. You know, we've really put that paint scheme on what we feel is the majority of the body types that can pull it off well. I think we've really put together a nice set. I think it might be time to start to move on and think about some other things.
Because you can oversaturate the market.
Yeah. I think we've beat that horse to death. Yeah. So we're gonna start to move on from the Aberdeen train. But this one is wicked cool. Just go online and Google Pennsylvania Northeastern Railroad.
And that is a real railroad up in the Lancaster area.
Yep. It's a real railroad with that real color scheme. Now, granted, they don't have an SD38, but if they have an SD40M. In O-Gauge, nobody makes an SD40M. So if you want a prototypical locomotive, you ain't never going to get one. Nobody makes it. Nobody ever will make the SD40M in O-Gauge. And I hope 30 years from now, somebody looks back at this video from 2025 and says, aha, such and such company just came out with an SD40M on 3-rail O-Gauge. Good, great. But in reality, in the near future, nobody's coming out with an SD40M. So we took that paint scheme and applied it to an SD38. So that's the next road number up from their SD40 locomotive.
And I've actually seen that locomotive in person. I'm pretty sure I got a picture of it.
What's the what?
The version that he's talking about. But at any rate, it looks just like it. So if I have a picture of it, I'll throw it up in this video if I can find it again.
Yeah. So it's going to look really, really cool. Also from July, Lionel announced extended vision cabooses.
Okay.
I've been hounding Lionel for years. I want an extended vision caboose. And they came out with bay window cabooses twice. I'm like, where is the extended vision, wide vision caboose? Because for the Aberdeen, Carolina, I really wanted the extended vision so that we can have that cupola, which is black, that dips down into the purple area a little bit.
Right.
Just like on the locomotive, the black dynamic brake dips down into the purple.
I like that.
I could have done a bay window a year ago, but there's no real way to replicate that feature naturally with the body lines.
Right.
The body lines of the wide vision are a natural fit to have that thicker, dark area in the middle.
Very nice.
Donald Trump, 4547, Air Force One inspired bay window caboose, and a Bush 4141 caboose. Yes, Lionel has made the wide vision Bush 41 caboose a long time ago. Really hard to find on the secondary market, but we've made this one a little bit different. I'd like to think a little bit better, such as wrapping the blue up over the roof of the caboose. Just like on the locomotive, the blue wraps up over the roof. We've replicated that on the caboose. Lionel's prior cabooses just had a solid silver roof. So we've put a number of little details on here to make it closer to the locomotive paint scheme than the prior Lionel issue. So it's not identical. I know you love quantities. 100 on the Aberdeen caboose, 120 on the Trump caboose. That matches the quantity of ES44s we made.
Okay.
I think I alluded previously, that has been our best-selling custom-run locomotive ever.
Really?
For METCA. Okay, that does not come up to even close to the numbers that Eric's Trains does on his custom runs. Completely different, audience and market here. So for METCA, the little fish that we are in this great big pond, 120 units of a locomotive was huge for us. So we're doing 120 on the Bush, on the Trump. We're doing 80 cabooses on the Bush 4141. Now, I know you've heard me say, well, 100's the minimum, 100's the minimum. Again, you always have to take numbers with a grain of salt. We needed to hit a combined total of 200 units for these.
Oh.
And so the paint scheme on these, the silver, the blue, the gray, the white, the paint is identical. So the paint masks are getting used for 200 cabooses. So it's only the stamping, the pad printing that they have to do. Or maybe these are even going to be UV printing. I have no say in that. It's the graphics will be 120 sets of this graphics, 80 sets of that graphics. So that one should probably go pretty quick. I think
Okay.
that is all of... Yeah, okay. Oh, I wish I could have shown this to you. I wish I could have. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
But anyhow, you'll talk to Stacy, and they have not. It's not an America 250. It's more of a Spirit of 1776, red, white, and blue one. You'll talk to her. You'll see that. I do believe, Sean, that is all of the new announcements through July.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I had to beat you up again. I love beating you up.
Here we go. What now?
So, do you have anything that you can reveal to the Dakman audience exclusively that you have not announced anywhere else, a little secretly maybe, behind the scenes?
So my standard answer is when we're ready to announce it, it's on the website.
Right.
Everybody gets to see it at the same time.
Yes.
It's on the website.
Right.
You want to know what we have? Go to the website. It's there. If it's not on the website, it's not there. That's my standard answer. You're
Right.
looking for something different than standard?
Yes. I want something.
What? That was a very blunt. Yes. You're not buying me any flowers or chocolates. Yes, this is what I. Okay. I see how this. Do me a favor, Sean.
What's
Step
that?
closer here to the trains.
Okay.
Because we have MTH going by with the table. Look at this. What's going on here?
It's our display.
This is how MTH does it. I love MTH. I love the guys at Atlas. I love the guys at Lionel. Listen, we can all beat each other up, but at the end of the day, when the show's over, we all get together and have beers. It really is a tight community. Back to the question, since you bought me dinner and a glass of wine and flowers. Man, I feel used. I'm not saying it feels bad. That was July.
Right.
It was cabooses and SD38s. July. September. Lion scale, woodside reefers.
Right.
So, if you're thinking Atlas 40-foot reefers, turn the video off now. Hit the thumbs down button because we're not talking master line level of detail. Lion scale. So for those who don't remember, lion scale, the former Weaver tooling.
Yep.
Scale. Most of the detail is molded in. We are doing 2. So for all you beer fans out there, we're actually doing 2 brewing companies. But probably brewing companies that you've never heard of before. Because we made them up. Because we wanted to have some fun graphics. So you have the Zebra Brewing Company.
Wow.
And you'll have to get in on the graphics here, and it might be hard to see on the paperwork, but we like to have fun with the wording and the taglines. They do light and dark ale, the horse of a different color, and it's beer with a kick. Get in close on the 2 exclamation points after kick. They look like the legs of a zebra.
Yes, they
like
do.
the leg is actually giving you a little kick. Let me give props to Steve down there in the creative department at Lionel. That was a little thing he came up with. Most of this is, I send Lionel a 3-sentence email. Lion scale woodside reefer, black and white zebra pattern on the side for Zebra Brewing Company, and I need a fun tagline on the right. This one, I let them come up with the taglines. I couldn't come up with something on my own. I had writer's block. Creative block.
So this is an unannounced product?
This isn't on our website yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is, what you're looking at here is the first draft of the artwork. I just got the second draft the other day. Very subtle minor differences. Maybe something on the ends. But no, this isn't on the website yet. I don't even know what these are going to cost me yet. Don't have pricing, don't have
Well,
contracts.
that's fine. We're just appreciative of the behind-the-scenes secret.
So, as you know, we like to do things in 2-packs, so you can buy one, the other, or the combo.
Right.
So since we're on this safari adventure to us, the other one is our Giraffe Brewing Company Lion Scale Woodside Reefer.
Wow.
Now this was the one, I know here on this it looks a little orangish, and that's just because of my lousy, lame color printer. When these go on, I got the image for this the other day, so once I get pricing they can go on the website. The image actually looks really good because the pattern here on the giraffe isn't quite so orangish, it's more of a tan.
Okay.
So it looks really good. This was the one where I came up with the tagline as opposed to the zebra, which I punted to Lionel because I couldn't think of anything. But we put our beer in long neck bottles. Obviously, what other kind of bottles would the would the Giraffe Brewing Company
It's hilarious.
use? And it's just a great, fun, safari kind of font here. I often just tell Lionel, come up with a fun font that fits the theme. And I don't know what's in their graphics library. I don't know what they have access to.
Right.
I just kind of tell them what I want, and their creative team is insanely creative.
Now, the only thing I ask the viewers is please do not beat Stu up asking him until they get on the website, because he's nice enough to put announce this stuff behind the scenes like this. So wait until they're on the website officially, and then a lot of your answers or questions will be answered.
Yeah. And Sean, I guarantee you, and this is no disrespect to the viewers, as soon as you say that, the very next thing out of your mouth is kind of disrespectful, but whatever. We can say that a million times, and I guarantee you, when I fire up my METCA email account Sunday night when I get home, I'm going to have a half dozen emails saying, I saw the zebra and the giraffe cars on Dakman, but I don't see them on your website. Folks, correct, you don't. So, as I said, we need contracts, we need pricing, there's a lot we need to do. Then, once we have all that worked out, then I send the information to the webmaster, who has a full-time day job, who has other obligations. So once I send the information to him, which I'm not ready to do that yet, then it could be 2 weeks until he gets it on. So it's entirely possible you might not see these online until Thanksgiving or the end of the year. Whenever it is, it is. But again, because of production timelines, I'll be turning the quantity of these into Lionel probably before we even have order for car number 1.
So do you have any other secrets?
Well, you know I do. This was one.
You know I did.
This was one. It's funny. I keep forgetting that I'm doing this car. And I don't know why. Because it's either going to be a grand slam or a strikeout. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not even a strikeout. Maybe we're pulling our hamstring before on our way walking to the plate. So we might not even take pitch number 1. But July announcements, Lionel came out with announced some exhibit cars. Basically an aluminum baggage car with like no windows or doors on it, just Norfolk Southern, there was one other one they did. But what we're gonna do as a custom run for METCA is the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society tool car.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So you can Google this. Their Berkshire is, I think, the 765 Nickel Plate Road Berkshire?
Yes, 765.
765.
Yeah, because I actually took a selfie with it before it got moved over there.
So when that locomotive goes out on excursions, most of the time, the car right behind the tender is this tool car. And so this is, again, this artwork is the first draft. So some things have changed. You notice there's no roof vents, but if you look at the real car down here, there's a bunch of roof vents. There's about 9 different vents on the roof. We've had that added to the model. This car looks a little too long here. In real life, the car is a short, stubby car. I think it's a 55 or a 60-foot car. So it's a short, stubby little car. So we've shortened up the car. Because we shortened up the car, we cannot fit the standard underbody detail on there. So when the real image goes on the website, it's probably going to have no underbody detail. Lionel has said they might have something that can fit underneath to fill the space, but they kind of won't know until they've piece this together. They've never produced a car like this before.
No, I was about to say this is super. I'm kind of like super excited. I think this is super cool. It's something different, it's unique.
Now here's the kicker, though.
Okay.
Unless you want this car to be 4 digits in price,
Oh
which I don't.
no, nobody does.
Nobody does.
Right.
That I won't even get out of the dugout. I'll fall
Yeah.
up the steps as I'm coming out of the dugout.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you see here, none of it's physical. None of it's real. Everything is printed on the car.
Oh.
There's no windows. The version we are going to offer, it is a solid aluminum. It'll be aluminum. Solid, not solid. It's an aluminum extrusion. The sides are solid, smooth. These windows are not punched out. These windows are printed and painted on there. This door, there's going to be no opening there. You're going to touch it, it's going to be perfectly smooth. That's printed on there with like an inkjet printer. Everything on this car is going to be entirely smooth sides. It's all going to be, I say inkjet, it's more of a UV, but don't worry about the technical. All the graphics, the windows, the doors, it's all fake. It's all just printed on there.
Oh.
So it's like that French word, trompe-l'oeil, trick the eye.
Yeah.
So we're trying to trick the eye here to make it think it's real. That's what's going to keep this car under $1,000.
Under 1,000.
If we had to yes, it's gonna be under 1,000. I'm not saying it's gonna be 1,000.
No, I mean, so this car would literally be over $1,000
if we had to tool up.
Yes.
If we had to tool up and have the factory punch these windows out and punch this door out, if you wanted to make this, it would probably end up being $999.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. But so. To me, I don't have a market for it. Maybe Sunset Third Rail.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a market for it. Good for them. I don't have a market.
See, I'm always learning stuff too behind the scenes with you. I had no idea of the cost of some of this.
Yeah.
The manufacturing.
The roof on this, as I said, we're putting roof vents, the proper number of roof vents in the proper locations. They're not going to be the exact style of roof vents that's on the real car, because Lionel doesn't have a tool for that. So we're finding the closest existing part for roof vent that Lionel has, and we'll put them on. We'll put the right quantity in the right places. They might not be the right
So
size.
now and I hope my audience does too, have a better understanding why you're printing this out instead of punching this stuff out, because I had no idea it would cost. It would rise the cost like that.
Tooling's incredibly expensive. Zipping something through an inkjet printer, super affordable. Yeah.
Makes sense now.
And as you can see, the graphics, the graphics are different on either side. On the real car, the windows are different on both sides. On our model, the windows that we're printing on there are different. I've talked to the owner of I've emailed with the owner of the real car, and he explained to me why there's one less window on this side, and while there's no windows over here, there was a kitchen over here, I think. Over here, there was a shower, and they just thought it best not to have a window in the shower. I guess they know, railside foamers, and felt it best to keep the window out of the shower. So we made it as close as again, I've said it a million times, as close as we reasonably can, working within the million constraints that we have to work within. So if you have a 765 Berkshire, every customer out there, whether you have a 765 from Lionel or MTH or anybody else that made them, this is the car that goes behind the 765 in real life. So if you want to be even close to prototypical, this goes behind your 765.
Do you have any idea at this time how many you're going to make?
I think my minimum is going to be 100.
Oh.
So we haven't quite got that far yet, just because there's a lot of things in play with the factory.
I understand.
And how I talked about the length of this body. Thanks, Jimmy. I talked about the length of this body, and It has to do with the length of the extrusion that the factory gets from the extruder, and they cut pieces out of it for Lionel's 18-inch cars. And I think this car is about 12.5 inches. So how does the 12.5-inch piece fit on that long extrusion? Is it basically a cut-off scrap from that long extrusion? Or do they have to do additional extrusions to make this? So there's a lot of things in play that are beyond my control, and I'm not even involved in all of those conversations. So depending on some of those answers, Lionel might come back to me and say, well, we can do this quantity or that quantity. But for now, I'm thinking it's going to be 100.
Okay. And once again, to the viewers, make sure you please wait until the official artwork gets put up on the website, and that will probably answer most of your questions. I appreciate when Stu does these behind the scenes reveals to the channel, and I want to keep him doing that as long as you guys don't pester him.
And I wish I had more artwork here, but there's a few more things that are in the works from
Well, that will allow me
July.
Well, that will allow me to beat you up in Allentown.
I hope to have artwork from them, because they're from then. There's something else from the September release and something else from the October release. So we got a couple of steamers coming for you.
Okay.
We'll talk about them in
Allentown.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2
Yeah.
weeks. We're going to talk about Allentown. I'm going to beat them up for more secrets from Allentown.
Bring me some flowers.
Bring them some flowers so they'll feel better. And again, exclusive to Dakman Productions. Thank you for that, Stu.
Sean, thank you.
Oh.
Thank your viewers. And folks, remember, whether you like the content that we're providing or not, that's irrelevant. Please give Sean's videos a thumbs up, like down below. It really helps out everybody. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
Yep. We'll catch you later. Goodbye.
Bye.